Hello and welcome, my boys, my girls, my gentlemen, my ladies, Tips Fedora. Right here, oh, ignore these marks. Um, with this video, I want to kind of just show my cleaning process. Maybe it'll be interesting, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll post this, maybe I won't. I don't know. You know, it's kind of an experiment. So, we'll see how this goes. Uh, Maybe it'll be like 10 minutes or so. I don't know. Depends on how long this takes. So, firstly, I use paint.net. It's kind of primitive maybe. I mean, no offense to the creators of it, but it's obviously not as fully featured as say Photoshop. So we'll see how that plays into effect or whatever. So first thing I do is I have just the normal blank page, not blank but raw page here, and I copy the layer and I name it C for cleaning. And then this is kind of how I go about cleaning. This is a really easy sample page. So all you really have to do is kind of just highlight everything that you need to erase. And then we'll erase it in a second once I'm done here. There is sometimes you get like compression artifacts. Looks like I'm not seeing any here. I know they're definitely there on something like Sword Girl Tsurugi no Nai. Yeah, so like it'll end up being you'll kind of white out your boxes here and you'll see like rogue pixels, something like these right here. You see that? Um, you know, you can clean. I'll talk about that in a second. Oh, here, page numbers. This is ripped. These images are ripped from a monthly magazine download, whatever. So, this is page 770 of the magazine. Obviously, it's not 770 of the actual manga chapter. So, this is a real page title. You don't have to remove these, but kind of as a matter of principle, I do. So let's shift here to just the paintbrush and just kind of white out everything. And then, like I was talking about with the those little artifacts there, which bubble was it? This one. So what you can do sometimes is you could like take the paint bucket and like do it with white. Obviously you'll want like a smaller tolerance. Your mileage may vary, and it's kind of like there's an art to it. I don't do that often. In fact, I normally forget to. That's why I don't do it. But the option's there definitely, and it'll make it look nicer if you put in the extra time to get the tolerance number right. All right, so then I make a new layer. I don't know why I don't name it. I'm kind of inconsistent with my layer naming, but this is for the text. I won't be covering any typesetting or translation during this video, but then I uncheck this just as a preview. This is how I do it. So like, hey, what's up? Just let's see, what's the font I like? Supplementary, comic, whatever, XD or something. So this is like what it looks like when I'm typesetting, to where I see the text on top of the Japanese that I'm translating, because I do both steps at once. It's easier that way. Alright, so we save that one. I've already done a few of these already. So save it, boom, bada bing, close that next one. Let's see. So looking at this one right off the bat, it's mostly easy, but you do have some kind of text here that might be a pain. We'll get to that when we get to it. See what kind of tricks I have. Here's some, what's it called, sound effects. I'll probably leave those in. Recently I've been leaving it a lot just out of convenience, because it really takes a long time and a lot of effort to get that kind of thing cleaned properly. Let's see. So here's some sound effects. I'll take these out though, just because if it's like a low-hanging fruit, kind of really easy to clean sound effect, I'll take them out. Like these, kind of more complicated than this, obviously, but I'll take them out for consistency's sake. I'm really for speaking of consistency's sake, I'm really kind of inconsistent with the ones that I take out and the ones that I don't take out. I kind of just get a feel for it, and it's really, yeah, if I feel like it, I'll take it out. If I don't feel like it, I won't, kind of thing. So with this one, you'll need to redraw. So I take the little line tool. Let me lower that. which is the O hotkey on Paint.net. And then you just kind of, some of these are harder than others to get kind of natural looking lines, but pretty much nobody cares, I imagine, or would even notice, especially on something like this manga, which only a few hundred people read anyway. I don't think anybody really would care. So here's these. Since they're easy enough, I'll just manually kind of erase them instead of doing like the box select tool, whatever it's called. So with these, you can opt to do something like a line tool, and that might look all right, but I find this to be a lot easier. You just kind of copy it, paste it, and then you can stretch it. So some of these lines are more cooperative than others, and you just kind of have to play with them a little bit to see what will cooperate and what won't. Let's see. Almost done with this. And you know, it's never perfect when you redraw stuff, especially when you're me and you have really no artistic capabilities. So you do the best with what you can and what you have available in terms of your skills and abilities. So I'd say that's decent enough. This page looks pretty good. Let me do these little layers down here, and then close that. Here's another one. This one's super easy. These pages, by the way, are mostly out of order, in case you're trying to follow along at home. So, let's see. Let me bump that up. Like this one, in my more sort of dogmatic, principled days, I would want to get rid of all of these little sound effects and all this, and I still ideally would like to, but as a matter of time and convenience, I won't. This one right here, this little O, that's kind of an edge case. Like, do I leave it in to kind of fit with the rest of the sound effects here, or do I take it out because it infringes on the text bubble? Well, I'm going to rationalize keeping it in because it would be a pain to take it out, but also I mean, it kind of does fit visually with the other ones there. And look how hard that would be to redraw nicely this little, whatever, the bubble edge right there. That would be kind of hard. So we're just going to pretend that that's perfect. And then we're going to save it. You know, I don't want to give the illusion that I cut corners all the time, but sometimes I do. Okay, and this one, oh boy, like look at this mess here. So, oh man, I don't want to do it, but we'll get to it. I think it's important to show off some of the harder ones because it's not all super easy. Easy ones I could do like, I don't know, it took me like 30 minutes to do one of the recent Sword Girl chapters, and I'd say it was a pretty easy one. Which is weird, because I don't think it's taking me more than a minute to do these, is it? I guess it is, I don't know. I've never really timed it before on a per page basis. Let's see. So get these. This one's kind of nasty because it's part of a face. I'll have to redraw that eye, likely. Yeah, whatever. And then get that speech bubble, that's easy enough. Oh, and then we'll get to that big stuff in a second here. Sometimes I'll miss like little stragglers here, and you just kind of clean them up. No big deal. Every once in a while, I'm sure I'll forget one or miss one, but what are you gonna do? You know, nobody's perfect. Look at that. That's beautiful. Kind of. Oh wait, no. That's the actual eye. I'm so stupid. Wait a second. Is that like an eyelid? And then this is the eyebrow right here? The eyebrow and then the eyelid? And then the actual eye? I'm not too sure what's going on there, but whatever. I do want to say, though, I generally really like the art of this manga adaptation. I haven't mentioned it, but this is a place further than the universe is how it's generally called. I call it Antarctica Girls. And I think the manga's art is so much better than the anime's. I really like the style. But the only difference is I think the manga is worse in every other way. Alright, so let's get to this business here. So I'll keep these little things here, like these little action emphasis lines, whatever they are, because they're not actually part of the text. They're just there to kind of, they're like exclamation points or whatever, shout lines. Okay, so unfortunately this here is like a different gray versus this white. So I can't rely on my normal highlight everything and then kind of white it out. So I'll have to get a little bit more creative with my cleaning techniques here on this one. But, oh, I thought that was a line. So let's see, we'll get all this white stuff real quick. Boop, 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 boop. I hope you enjoy my singing. Do, 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 do. Boom. Alright, so that's done. Yeah, look at that. Look at that color difference there, how noticeable it is. So what we can do is we can take, let's do 33. So we can take, what is this tool? The dropper tool? Is that what this is called? Yeah. And then you just kind of take that color. Technically, a lot of these you can see they have like kind of, oh, it's so hard to see it, but there's like a grid checker pattern. Oh, it's a lot more clear here, like box, like lines in between. You know what I'm talking about, that. And when I'm redoing this kind of stuff, I do generally like to like copy it and then like drag it over and even line it up to the extent that I can. If I'm feeling lazy, or you know, if it calls for it, sometimes I might just take the gray and just kind of go over it. I feel like that's visible sometimes. Right here it looks like it's not, so I might just go with that technique for this. So I'll capture the gray with one and then the darker gray with the other, and then I'll just kind of take this tool, the brush. I'm going to lower the hardness a lot. Maybe that's too much, because I want it to kind of flow in between the different colors when I'm kind of redrawing this, because you know, it's like clouds and stuff, and they're not hard line, hard color distinctions or whatever. I don't know these terms that I'm trying to say. But it's like a gradual color difference between one and the other. Like you can already see that this is a pretty imperfect cleaning technique, but it certainly gets the job done. And sometimes that's just what you have to do. You just have to do what works. Let's see. See, I don't think I'm going to edit this video because I'm kind of retarded when it comes to video editing. Inexperienced might be a more gracious term. So ideally, I think I'd like to cut out a whole lot of this like process right here, because shoot, man, I don't know if I could talk over this. It's kind of boring, right? So, but I guess we're like halfway done, over halfway done maybe. Let's see. Every once in a while, you know, you kind of zoom out to kind of make sure you're not completely screwing it up. Let's see. I might have to toggle between different colors here. And then this might end up looking kind of janky. Yeah, see, I don't know. I think it looks kind of bad. But we'll see. Like, look at that. This is one where I might have to kind of grab, copy, paste, and drag over. Try to match it up a little bit, because I feel like if you do it on a big enough scale, it becomes pretty evident that you've messed up the order. Like, look, see how mismatching this is? Okay, well, I guess you can't really see it that much. Whatever. It's a matter of principle, you know. You want it to kind of look decent. And here, as I flail about trying to find something that looks quote-unquote decent, and then, oh, it's okay. And then maybe just kind of like make that a cloud right there. Oh wait, no, that's not a cloud. That's kind of part of the solar flare right there. This one can kind of just become a big cloud. It's okay. You'll like being a big cloud, trust me. And then this one too, maybe even. Can we get away with that? I think so, because, you know, no, like I said, when you're doing imprecise kind of stuff like this, not only is it part of the background where nobody really cares to look, but it's I don't know. Even if there were text right on top of it, I don't think anybody would really notice, which isn't necessarily a good excuse to not try. But I mean, when you have 30 something pages of this on a short chapter to do, you kind of have to save time where you can. Like, I think this is actually shaping up to look pretty decent, believe it or not. So, right here, though, I might need to clean that little thing out. I could redraw, like, the rest of this line, this horizon landscape thingy. But if you look at the original, it's not perfect. Like, look at this here. That, or, kind of in between that character. So it already has a kind of not completely connected vibe to it, and I think I'll leave that in like artistically or something like that. I don't know. It's all right. Half of this page is just me reassuring myself over my design choices here. You know, if I do more of these, hopefully I'll have like cool stories or something to tell that I could ramble on about. Like, the only thing that comes to mind right now isn't a cool story. It would be me complaining that I just ate quite a bit of jawbreakers. Like, you know, those big jawbreakers, I just ate like pretty much one entire giant one in like a day or so. And my entire mouth is shredded. That's not really entertaining content though. But next time, I would have something more riveting, we'll say, to discuss. So right here, I'm kind of going crazy with these little blotches here, and then I'll kind of clean it up. This is looking pretty rough in this whole section, I think, like this whole section. I don't know if you can see my mouse. With some of my trial renders recordings, sometimes the mouse will get recorded, sometimes it's not. So that's why I'll do like clicks here just to show where the mouse is. Let's see, kind of take this maybe, not a good size. Can I get away with something crazy like this? No. I don't know. Actually, when I zoom out and look at it, it kind of looks okay. Obviously, though, this is a less than perfect thing, especially when you zoom in and you see these boxes as clear as day. But when you're zoomed out, most people are going to be reading this zoomed out. I think it's passable, and I'm going to put text on it too. You know, either serves you right or in your face. I forgot what I used earlier for this phrase, zama miro, but it means one or the other. So that's what'll go there. This right here, I don't have it saved up or queued up or whatever for easy access, but this is the same box basically in every single chapter. So I just copy paste the cleaning because I've like redrawn this arrow here because, you know, you would have to get rid of like this top part and the bottom part and like make those white and then make that gray. And like I said, I have kind of a template one that I just copy paste every time. So I won't be doing that as part of this video, but trust me that it will get done. So save that, we're good. This page, this is one of the best pages that you can ask for because you really don't have to clean anything. I could clean these and maybe I should, but at this point I'm in for a penny, in for a pound when it comes to, so I don't want to say lazy sound effect cleaning, but economical, I don't know, frugal. But regardless, just how I have my folder set up. Oh, I don't have it open, but I have all of the, oh, you can see it here actually. So I have all of these saved as a PDF, PDN, which is a paint.net file, but I also have them all as PNGs, the RAWs. So just out of habit, even though there's nothing to do on this page text-wise or cleaning-wise, I still kind of I still kind of do the layer thing anyway. Just, I don't know, it's just like out of habit, out of consistency. So we're done with that. This one's beautiful because it's basically the same as the last one in terms of ease, but it's 2 pages for the price of 1. Great. In terms of double pages, I think originally I wasn't sure how it was best to handle them. So I did them kind of, I think I did, let's see, it would be right page and then both and then left. I think that's how I uploaded them. Nowadays I just upload both as one single page. I think though if you download them where I post them on the Gab, I think that file contains all of them. If for some reason you download them and that's not the case and you want the separate pages or the full page or whatever, you can always message me somehow. I don't know, there's many ways to message. So that's done. Let's see. I don't know how long I've been running. That's a problem with this program that I'm recording with. There's no visual indicator anywhere on the screen that I'm running it. Like, you would expect it to be kind of down here next to this little hex editor. That's for the Metabots ROM hack, by the way. That's secret, don't look. And there's nothing down here like Dropbox or whatever to indicate that it's running, but hopefully it is, and hopefully I'm not talking into nothing. I assume this has maybe been 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So, and we've covered a nice little range of different things, like different, I guess, styles that I encounter, different cleaning thingies that you would encounter and how to do them, how to deal with them. I guess one last thing is, like, it's interesting to me that the magazine volumes or pages or whatever have all of these little side advertisements or whatever, and I've actually seen a couple like scanlated mangas where people leave these in. I don't want to criticize and throw stones, but come on guys, there's no reason to keep these in. And even this is the title of the manga. I'll probably take it out. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they don't have the title anywhere in the volume releases, and I'm pretty sure the title's only there if you're flipping through the magazine and you're trying to figure out, ooh, what's this manga? It looks neat. And you're too lazy to go back to the table of contents. That's just a game theory, though. I don't actually know why they're there, but I mean that makes sense, right? A lot of the things that I say as fact are that kind of thing where I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds true, so I kind of believe it anyway. And yeah, that's a great example of it right there. So maybe I'll just finish this page and then kind of sign off for now. Like I said, if I do this again, I don't know if I'm uploading this, but if I do upload it, and I guess if it's well received, then I'll do another, and maybe I'll do one where I'm like typesetting and scanlating or translating is the actual word, or maybe I'll do cleaning and kind of turn it into like a mini podcast. Normally when I'm doing these, I do listen to like podcasts or something, but now I'm making one. Let's see. Oh shoot! See, look how dangerous this was. I forgot to make the clean layer, so I almost just removed all this stuff on the main background layer. Alright, so that's another page done. By the way, if you're awaiting this chapter, sorry that I'm late again. It's like, I think I'm like 2 weeks late on this. I've been prioritizing Sword Girl a lot over this manga. And definitely in like I think there's 3 or 4 weeks left, so 3 or 4 chapters left of Sword Girl. And after that, I don't have anything lined up on my scanlation docket, so I'll definitely be prioritizing Antarctica Girls from then on, until maybe I pick something up or I work on the Metabots ROM hack thing. I don't know. We'll see. So what is this, like 3, 6, 9, 10 pages left. That's pretty easy. Cleaning's the easy part always, except for the hard parts of cleaning. That was kind of stupid, but you know what I mean. Alright, I don't know how to say goodbye, so I'm just going to sign off. As they say on Toonami, see you later, Space Cowboy.